Hi everyone, welcome. If you're new here, I'm so happy to have you. And if you're my paid subscribers, welcome my baby dinosaurs. And so for today's video, we're going to be talking about Joe's inauguration. This is the code word. And so if you guys are wondering why I need to speak in code, it's because one of my videos unfortunately got shut down. And so I am trying to appeal it, but I was shadow banned for a couple of days, but I am back. So I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all of you guys for supporting me and helping me. I uploaded this onto my community page. If you guys want to see up to date on everything that's happened, even political readings, even if I cannot post on this. I know a lot of you guys have asked me to open up a Patreon. I will be opening up a Patreon, so stay up to date on that as well. And if you guys have a Facebook group and you like to talk to people who are like-minded like you guys can also as well check out my Facebook group, or she could find in the description below. It's a great way to be notified when I do post, and you guys have tons of great things like that. And also, one more thing I do want to see as well is I do have a thing that I made on my store, my Celestial and Beyond store. I made a commemorative thing for Martin Luther King. So if you guys are interested, it is a fundraiser that I am raising for a campaign. It's a limited time only, so you guys can check this out. They have tons of different colors, tons of different selections of the choice. You can even wear gym wear. I have another one for Martin Luther King as well. We have one with Dolly Parton, Gandhi, and Coco Chanel. I will be coming up with more, but I do hope you guys like this. You guys can find the link in the description below. And so without further ado, we're going to jump into it, and we're not going to waste your time. And so if you guys are wondering about personal readings, I will not be doing any more personal readings until after my surgery is over. So, yeah, but right now, personal readings is not a thing. But just so you guys know, if countdown begins 2 days until Trump is out of office. So let's take this moment to celebrate. Okay. Whew. Okay. All right, I'm done. But today is January 18th, 2021. Okay, so when I'm recording this video, this is the time right now. It is 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I did this video before and it became a total flop because I was thrown off with my reading with the code words, and it just wasn't getting accurate information. So hopefully this time I will get more accurate information. Just so you guys know, if you want to know what I'll be covering in this video, just look in the description. Everything's already written out for you. And that's really it. And, occasionally you may not hear me in terms of audio. That's only because if I'm saying like a word that may trigger demonetization or a shadow ban, I may just put myself off for a second to answer the question, then put me back on to tell you what I'm talking about. But you guys can definitely see the question running on the bottom. All right, so let's jump right into it. All right, so will there be another domestic vanilla ice attack on any federal building in the United States on January 20th? So let's take a look. Spirits and Angels, Tommy, will there be another? Give me any information that is needed. Okay. Sideways. All right. So as you see here as well, we do have Joe reverse. And it's something's going to be hidden. So Joe may have to do this inside. Because they're going to find that a lot of these people, they don't know what all these people want. Because some people may have snuck inside and they don't know that yet. The challenge is whether or not they can trust these people, whether or not they are trustworthy. So people defending, the White House, the Capitol, the Congress, whether or not it's trustworthy enough to see if it's safe. So I do feel like that is something that I'm seeing right there as well. So the next question that we're going to be looking at is Biden, President Joe, and Vice President Kamala, will they be safe? So let's take a look at that as well. So Spears and Angel Tommy. Is President Joe and Vice President Kamala going to be safe on Inauguration Day? Will they be safe on Inauguration Day? All right. So we have here, it's quite interesting to see this mech because this mech came out a little bit early when I did another reading. We have here, there will be an inauguration, so they will be inaugurated. So they are going into office. The question is, there will be a removal, so there will be someone who's going to be refusing to allow these people to be inaugurated, so there may be some sort of delay going on. However, they're not going to be restricted. It's going to continue on as possible. Now, this may not come out in the public, but this is what's going on. We do have here as well, they already have the plans in mind, but it feels like since they're not working on the plan, it feels like maybe they don't have it all together. You know what I mean? Yeah, so we do have here, right now, there's going to be news that's breaking. I do know there's going to be news that's going to break on Inauguration Day, and it's going to be something with the hospital, like a incumbent down. What is my incumbent, like taking a knife and shoving it through the incumbent? Then we have here the hospital card. And so it's quite interesting to see who this is. So I'm just going to ask who this is. Is this little Donnie? Okay. We have here Inauguration Day reverse and a woman reverse. You know, I kept, every time I read on, there's always a woman coming in. There's always a woman. So this could be that, you know, Donnie is convicted or has a heart issue, and then they have to put someone else in because, you know, maybe Pence doesn't want to go in. So it does feel like there is something going on with that particular thing that's going. Now, the next thing that we're going to be asking is, will there be an attempted on any government official on January 20th? So I will be muting myself again just to make sure I don't get shadow banned. It's an interesting spread for the question I'm asking. We have here, you know, this is my card for like a lot of the people who are like, you know, catering into 45 and anything that he is doing. We do have here them trying to cater to him. But we have here as well as we do have, they don't have enough funding. They don't have enough funding. So whatever this is, maybe to prevent this from happening, or they can mean that, you know, the people who are trying to attempt this may not have the funding to do it. We do have here there will be justice, so if something was to happen, justice will be served. So it does feel like the you know, Joe and Mamala will be safe, but I do see something with a Republican still. I keep saying from my past reading right before you know, the hostile protest on January 6th, you got a lot of you guys you know, I was talking about they're targeting a Republican. We all know it was Mike Pence. We all know that. The question is, there looks like someone's down again, and it seems to be saying the same story. We have here Republican down, like this is my Republican card. Then we have here, you know, like health issues. So now this can either mean like this is either health, like a Republican down because of health issues, or this can mean like the target is in the heart. Because you know, I kept reading this and I kept saying something's gonna happen. Whatever is happening, something's gonna happen. I acted this with Joe, and I got a reversal, so no, it's not going to be Joe. But we do have here as well, Inauguration Day won't happen as normal. So it's going to be an event that's going to happen that we're not aware of just yet. So it might have to be enclosed or indoor, but it does feel like that's going to play a major role on what's happening. So will there be an attempt? Perhaps, but it looks more like a health issue on someone else, but not Joe and Mamala. All right, will there be another on a U.S. building on January 20th through the 22nd? So let's take a look. All right, so something is certainly going on. What it is, I have no idea, but if something is going on, and I'm going to decipher this because in my previous reading, I read on this before, and I got the kind of the same information for the question as well. And so we have here, the presidency is vacant, right? But this is Donnie. This is Donnie, right? We have here the hospital card crosses Donnie. That's a challenge. So, the question that we were asking before is that, who was this person that's having a heart issue is Donnie. We have here on the left side, we have, Inauguration Day with Mamala and Joe. It does look like they will be inaugurated, but something's about to break. So it looks like something's going to ruin their, big day. Being inaugurated, it should be, a big media thing, but it's not. We do have here something's going to be reversed. So it looks like they will have no choice but to say breaking news. This person is in the hospital, so to speak. And we do have here again the magician. I do feel like for some reason, he did this on purpose, he did a Hitler type style thing. And so whatever it is, and you probably know what I'm referring to if you've been watching other videos. At the end, I always answer the question. It does feel like he's going to do something like pull another Hitler move. We do have here, it's because he does not want to face jail. I think that he knows he's not a legitimate president. So he is a fake president, best part. He did not win 2016, and we all know that in the cards when we say it. Now, will the U.S. National Guard be enough to squash any sort of attack? So let's take a look at that. When we were watching a video with, the police and the U.S. military, they didn't really do anything when it came to the hostile protest. They didn't really do much. So let's take a look. Spears and Angel, tell me about the U.S. National Guard. Will it be enough to overcome any difficulties in Washington, D.C.? Will there become any difficulties over Washington, D.C.? What do we need to know, Spears and Angel? Tell me. Okay, it looks like there's going to be an issue. It looks like there's some implants in there. I talked about this before, and it looks like there's still going to be implants. I feel like people putting their political beliefs ahead of what's best for the country. We do have here as well, we do have the Page of Pentacles, and please send this thing a lot of love and light because we don't need this anymore. I really want to be wrong. We have here as well, we do have the Page of Pentacles. They're not going to give up the power very easily. So we have here, they're not riding the victory, so they're going to do something. Now, this doesn't mean all military officers are going to be playing into this, but it looks like some of it are, and those are the bare few that's going to make it or break it, best part. We do have here Inauguration Day. There will be Inauguration Day, and there will be Judgment. So there's something going on with Inauguration Day. That card's reversed here, and so it tells me that whatever's going on, there is going to be something. I keep getting pulled to this cross here, which looks like a hospital cross. So again, there's going to be something with the hospital, maybe potentially because it was a way for them to direct media attention away from the inauguration to something else. We'll find out what's exactly going on, but there is something going on here as well. We do have here, there will be people saying, but some of them will end up having to leave. So I do feel like because of the thing that's going to happen, there'll be less people defending the Capitol or Congress or something along those lines. We do have here as well, it's another way of either protecting something or they're trying to prevent people from getting in or power. Yeah, so it looks like there's something going on. This is my Democrat card. So it does look like they are going to have something to delay it. Delay again. It looks like they're going to delay. They're going to try to. Now, for Lauren Boebert, given House tours before the hostile protests. So on January 6th, we all know that fateful day. And a couple of days before that, it was closed to the public for any tours within Congress. And so Lauren Boebert was one of those people who were accused of giving tours around the Capitol, giving them almost like the blueprint. So Spears and Angels, tell me about this. Will she be removed from office because if she was a part of this and this was to happen? Yeah, it does look like specifically exactly what it is. She's the incumbent, right? But my incumbent card's reverse. And you see here as well, we do see, this is hers. Even though she won it, they're going to hand it to the next person because it's all about justice and integrity. And it's almost like the person's holding it and they're saying, it's all about justice. You chose to be a traitor. So I do see she will be losing her seat. So the next question that we're going to be asking is, will Trump be convicted in the Senate? I know that I kept reading it can go either way, so to speak. So let's see if there's an update. The way I do my channel is I don't make predictions. I just give you like almost like a polling. All right, so for today, this is what my cards just show me the likeliest outcome. So let's take a look. All right, Spears saying, so Tommy, would Donnie be convicted in the Senate? Okay. Interesting. So we have here a lot of people who are going to side with the Dems here. This is like the Republicans, right? It's all about justice. They're trying to help justice, like to prevent another president from doing another act like this again. There needs to be some sort of consequence. And we do have here as well, I feel like some of these people are not even going to show up to the vote. And according to the Constitution, it said 2/3 of the Senate must vote in favor of conviction for the president to be convicted. So that it doesn't say in the Constitution that all 100 senators need to be present to vote. So it does look like some may just abstain, so it's not on the record, but indirectly saying, if I had a choice, I would have voted for impeachment, but I can't, so I am going to stay my political career and not show up. That's what it almost looks like they're going to do. We do have here again, it's the end of his presidency, it's the end of the Trump era. We have here the new incumbent in the future will be Biden. So Biden will be the new incumbent. No matter what happens, he will be there. And we have restricted. It looks like he won't go to jail though, but it looks like the impeachment going in, the impeachment, conviction. It's not going to be a stalemate, so it won't be a stalemate. So it's going to go in pretty smoothly. We have here there will be a balance, and it looks like it can go either way. It looks like it can go either way, but it looks like it's going to be almost like a bipartisanship. It will be like a lot of people choose in favor of convicting, and then it's a death. So it does look like they will convict him. I mean, I've seen that for quite a while now. If that was to happen, he'll be the first convicted president in the United States. Even though he's already out of office, it will prevent him from running again in 2024. So that'll be quite interesting. But let's do another version. The question is, will Trump be acquitted in the Senate? Let's take a look. Spears saying, so tell me, will Donnie be acquitted in the Senate? Will Trump be acquitted in the Senate? One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, Spears saying, so tell me about this. Will Trump be acquitted in the Senate? How many Republicans are going to vote in favor of not convicting? How many senators are going to vote in favor of not convicting? Okay. Interesting. All right, so we have here, there are some conservative Democrats. It's going to be a big issue. All right, that's interesting. All right, so we have the high priestess reverse. Right, this is Joe JB, which is like, Joe. And President Joe, right? We have the Democrats reverse because they're not in the Senate. They're not in control yet. However, these are the votes. They currently 9 people in favor. Like they already decided, 9 Republicans already decided to vote in favor of acquitting. And also 9 people already voted in favor of convicting. Now, this is just temporarily, this is just likely its outcome. This is just for entertainment purposes only. We do have the Senate reverse. So the Senate had not been completely decided yet. It does look like it will depend on a handful, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So again, a 9. So there's something 9 here. So 9, 9, 9. It does feel like there's something with 9 here. I don't know what it is with 9, but there's something with 9. And we do have here 8. And so I do feel like there will be 4 conservative Democrats, probably like the people who are elected. So maybe Raphael Warnock. We do have Joe Manchin. and a few more other Democrats from like heavily red area, Trump country, basically. And then we do have 4 wild cards. We do have 4 wild cards. They can go either way, and I feel like this is why this thing is still undecided. It can go either way. And we do have here dear Republican. It could also mean 40 Republicans vote in favor of not convicting, and then the rest is 60, and that is still not enough for the Democrats to convict him. He did need only 67 senators, but then again, that could very well change as well. Now, this could also mean that there's only 47 senators, Republican senators present to vote, which means that it drops significantly on how much you need in order to convict him in the Senate. All right. So for the next question is, how many Republican senators will vote in favor of conviction or impeaching Trump? So the reason why I add all these questions in is because, you know, when you act tarot and you act spirit guides and your intuition, sometimes you get different results, especially if it's not set in stone yet. But if it already is, the chances are you're going to get a more definitive answer. So let's take a look. Spirits and angels tell me, how many Republicans will vote in favor of convicting President Trump in the Senate on the articles of insurrection against the United States? Okay, we have 2 cards already flipped. Oh, okay. Anyway, we have 0 here, 2, and 1. So 21 will vote in favor of convicting. How many will vote in favor of impeaching? Vote in favor of acquittal. How many Republican senators? 7. 7 will vote in favor of acquittal. We have 21. So it looks like we just got another one a couple seconds ago. So I think a lot of Republicans right now are still making up their minds of what way they're going to vote. So this should be pretty interesting how this goes down. All right. So will there be implants, police, or military that may take part in against the United States? So let's take a look. Spirits and angels tell me, will there be any implants, police, or military that may take part in thing against? Okay, so we kind of got the same cards again, but it looks like things are changing a little bit in favor against Joe, basically, best put. Because we have here on the left side, we have here, a woman is still undecided, it's unpredictable. So, this is my Nancy Pelosi card. These are the Democrats here. So right now it's unpredictable whether or not a woman's going to take over after Trump. We have here there's a lot of people who are going to take place in terms of these implants who are going to participate in this. They will participate and they will celebrate it. So yes, I do see there will be implants in there. Again, this is scary because we have the Inauguration Day with the new incumbent. There's an attack. It's like either there's going to be an attack or there's going to be something fatal in terms of health issues. And we have here there's going to be a slow or delay in terms of who is going to be elected. Not elected, but who's going to be being sworn in. We do have here as well, we do have the Page of Swords reverse. No, the Page of Wands reverse. And so what this tells me, this is not new. This is not a surprise to a lot of people. And it's not the incumbent. So it's not Donnie anymore. But we do have here, someone's leaving. Someone's leaving, but not willingly. So they're kind of ignorant about their own health. So it does look like this could very well be Donnie in the hospital again. So it keeps showing up, which tells me that this looks like this is the most likely outcome in terms of what's going on with this particular question. Good, I'm glad it's more fluid. All right, so if you're hearing me, I just have my phone washing, so yeah. All right, so majority Taylor Greene and impeaching Biden. The Spirits and Angels will tell you about this. She's trying to impeach Biden, and so this is quite interesting to see how this is going to play out. Because she has plans to impeach Biden by being elected to the presidency. Like, how is that a ground for impeachment? Inciting an attack on the U.S. is a totally different scenario. So Spears and Angels tell me about Marjorie Taylor Greene. I did some research when someone asked me about this. I didn't know who this person was. I thought it was a Democrat from Iowa. But anyway, Spears and Angels tell me, will she be successful at impeaching Biden? So it looks like she just doing it for political attributes, political gains. She kind of wants to move up the ranks, so to speak. And then we have here, yeah, she wants to be president. So that's what she's doing. She's trying to be a president. She doesn't want him to leave because she feels like if he leaves, she won't be reelected again. And I feel like that's where she is mentally. This is more about political attribution than anything else. All right, so let's see. Will Biden be impeached? Okay, the first card is we have my Biden card. Will Biden be impeached, Spirits and Angels? Tell me. Will he be impeached? No. No, they won't. No. It's a no card. It's been revealed. No, he won't. He won't be impeached. So no, I don't see it. It won't go through. Well, okay, funny enough, one of you guys asked this. A lot of the reason why I'm getting all these questions is I got them from you guys from the community page. So funny enough. All right, so let's ask. Will DT be hospitalized this week? Will he be in the hospital? Will Johnny be in the hospital? Okay, that card comes up. Okay. Yeah, it looks like something's going on. All right, what else do we need to know, Spirit's name? So tell me, is he going to be in the hospital? Is he going to be in the hospital? Is Donnie going to be in the hospital? What do we need to know? So we have here, we don't know what's going on yet. It almost feels like it's publicly like quiet. So we have this card show up again. So there's something with money involved. It's almost like it's a plan to either to escape, but it also looks like there's an actual health issue here as well. And he might ignore it. So it looks like he might be ignoring it, and it might upset his body a little bit more. And where it's all coming from is his stress with the money and all the investigation that's going to hit him. We have here again his corruptness to try to dissuade the public in terms of who actually won. And we do have here, there is a betrayal here, but it's reversed. And here's the Republican Party. And then we have here judgment reverse. And we have here again ignorance. So he's ignorant about his own health. And will he walk away? Not willingly, but he will have to give over. So it does look like he is sick, and he may actually end up leaving early. And we do have a woman as VP, which would explain why we kept seeing Mike Pence come in very quickly, but only serve either a few very short time, or same thing with Nancy as well. So it can go either way, but I'm going to ask, will Nancy be sworn in? But I haven't read it in quite a while, so let's look. Spears saying, so tell me, will Nancy Pelosi be sworn in as acting president? Will Nancy be sworn in as acting president? So we have here, you guys all know this. This is my white Supreme card. This is what that is. We do have here to lose at the popular vote reverse. We have here, it's going to be revealed, and it's going to be something with health issue. Almost like the 25th Amendment will be enacted. I talked about this. I kept seeing the 25th Amendment being enacted. In this case, they will have to do it. He would be forced out, not willingly. He would not willingly leave. And it will be a first time in history, so it will be record-breaking. And we have here, there's so much problem between him and Mike Pence that Mike Pence doesn't want to take on this type of drama or legacy. And it does look like he will hand it over to Nancy. Yeah. He doesn't want to take on that legacy, and he will hand it over to Nancy Pelosi. Because he knows he's not the rightful president. He doesn't want to be involved with that. So it does look like there is something going on between him and Nancy. So definitely do not count them out yet. All right, let's look at the very next question. All right, so since the Democrats have control of the Senate, will Republicans be successful at obstructing legislation that the President, Joe, and the Democrats will want to pass like they did to President Obama? So basically what you're asking is, the way they treated Obama in 2008 and all those years, of obstructing him and not allowing him to pass major legislation, prevented the country into the crisis that we're in. Let's see. Spirit Angel, tell me, will the Republicans obstruct and prevent Biden from passing any legislation in the House or the Senate? Will they try to prevent him from passing anything or any major legislation? Okay, we have here a flip. So we have here, it's not going to be a fight. No, I don't really feel like that's going to be the case. No. There won't be a fight. They won't be able to. No, I don't see it. We have here the Republican Party is a fool. It looks like there won't be a blue wave. We do have here they won't be able to do anything. Maybe there's a bipartisanship. Now, that could mean like they're working together. Some issues and other issues not so much. But the Democrats will have enough senators and votes in order to do a lot. And again, it's because of January 6th. So it does look like January 6th does affect the way we do things going forward. Now, how will we get direct payments of stimulus check this year from Joe Biden? And if so, how many? Some people suggested maybe one every quarter. So let's take a look. I only saw one at the end of January, like that week, and then I only see one more after him, and that's it. Let's take a look. Spirits and Angel, Tommy, how many stimulus checks will we get under President Biden? How many stimulus checks will we get? One. It looks like it's the one. Let's see. How many stimulus checks will we get under President Biden? How many stimulus checks will we get under President Biden? What do we need to know, Spirits? Okay, I gotta redo that because that's not right. All right. Spirits and Angels, Tommy, how many stimulus checks will we get? Will it be every quarter? Will it be every once a year? Like, what are we doing? Okay, we have a 0 from the Republican. We have 8, reverse. We have 0, reverse. And then we have 0 again. And then 7. So it looks like there will either be an 80% to 70, 80% to 87% of chance that we're going to have more than one, but it's not very likely at the same time, so to speak. It feels like either there could be 8 and a small increments, or 8 weeks. It could mean 87 weeks as well. It could be that as well. So we'll find out. We'll find out what happens soon, but it does look like there's going to be like one. It might be one big package, and that may be why it's 87 weeks. But that could be like something months. I have no idea. You guys do the math. But anyway, let's do our next question. How is Dumpy leaving the White House since Pentagon said no to his request? It basically means the military a goodbye salute. So how is Donnie going to leave the White House since the Pentagon refused his request? Well, funny enough, he'll leave the White House struggling. So you see here we have him thinking that this was going to happen, but instead this is what it looks like. And here the Democrats come in, but he's a woman. Yeah, here it is, Joe Biden. So it looks like all it is just that him just trying to push through. I feel like it could be a health issue, and that's basically how he goes. So that's interesting. All right, how long do we know till we have to wait to see the outcome of the Senate trial? That basically mean impeachment. So let's take a look. Spirits and Angels, tell me, how long do we have to wait to see the outcome of the Senate trials? I heard not long. Will it be completed on Inauguration Day? Will it be completed on Inauguration Day? Okay, so we have here, people are not walking away. They know exactly what happened, what he did. We have here, this is a yes card, but it's reversed, so it could be a maybe. But we do have here, as well as we do have, it won't be a loss. It almost been like, it feels like it's been decided. They already have enough votes to need in order to impeach him. And we do have here as well, we do have him refusing to leave. Yeah, the question is when they do it. or whether or not they're going to be able to push through this, it is going to be pretty difficult, to say the least. Okay, so will Hannah T. and Lindsey Graham and Tucker and all other talking heads of Fox News face legal consequences for driving Donnie's lies? What is their future being? So let's just take a future of the people who are just spreading conspiracy theories. Conspiracy angels, tell me, what is the likeliest path for a lot of these people who are spreading conspiracy theories about elections or the red and blue map? What do we need to know? What is the likeliest path and outcome for people trying to spread lies about the red and blue map? What is their future going to be like? Okay, so we have these two cards. What is their future going to look like? Do you have any more? All right, so we have here, they weren't thinking. They thought that they were going to be invincible and that they can do anything they wanted and get away with it. We do have here information going to be revealed very soon. So we already know that the information is going to be even dropped, or there's going to be a bomb soon. Not literally, figuratively speaking. And we do have here as well, we do have the Queen of Cups reversed, which tells me a lot of them won't be the people who will be the figurehead on the media anymore. It does look like a lot of them lose their jobs because they're spreading this misinformation. Okay, so the last time you read, it was iffy about Inauguration Day. Can you please read again and see if anything runs smoothly on Inauguration Day, that everyone is safe, and we will have President Biden? So let's take a look. I don't know if I don't know, but it does not hurt to read again. All right, Spirit Angels, tell me, is everyone going to be safe on Inauguration Day, and will we have President Biden in office? Oh, God, this card keeps coming up. All right, so it looks like there's going to be a delay. Yeah, there's going to be a delay of something. There's going to be a woman here. It's going to be big. It's going to be big. It's going to be breaking news. It almost feels like something's going to happen and we're not aware of. It's something with Biden here. Yeah, something here. Okay, so we have here the corrupt government. We have Biden reversed, right? He's not in office yet. We do have here, it's not set in stone. It's not planted yet. But we have the hospital card. Then we have this. You guys remember this card coming up from Donnie again. And we do have here, this could very well be, he might pull a Hitler. And we do have, here we have the women coming in. We have, the media's refusing. The media's basically refusing to talk about like everything that's going on, and they're not going to tell you 100% what's really going on. Then we have Biden coming in, so Biden might be sworn in faster and earlier. And we do have here again, Mike Pence stepped down. So he stepped down probably earlier. We do have here, it almost feels like the world doesn't know what's happening with Donnie. So it looks like something's going on. Something's going on. He may take his life, so to speak. All right, so when will the SDNY come after Trump? So basically, like the investigators, like Gina Haspel, Gina Lakeisha James. Let's see, when will they come after him? Interesting. All right, so Spirit Angels, tell me about this. When will the New York investigators go after Trump? What do we need to know? When will they go after Trump? What do we need to know? Two, 3, 9. So please reverse for 29. So they may wait 9 days. Then they're going to go after him. Now, this could be March 29th. It could be February 29th. Or February 9th, March 9th. It could be March 9th. It could be January 29th. So it could be a few things, but the likely outcome might be this January 29th. So it does look like they're going to give him 9 days. Don't know why. Will the White House be safe in every shape and form for Biden and his administration on the data he moved in and thereafter? Let's take a look. Okay. Spirits and angels tell me, will the White House be safe in every way, in every shape, in every form for President Biden and his administration in the future and now? What do we need to know? I hear no, it will not. No, it won't be because there's something going on here. He has to be very careful and to tippy toe about things that are going on. Again, we do have the double reverse here, 45 reverse. And we do have the Page of Wands reverse. So it feels like they bugged the place. Like I did say this before and I answered this. But it does feel like they bugged the place. Like he's listening in on confidential information. So he does need to be careful. And that he's using it to steal information. So it will come to light that he's doing this, but no, it's not safe for right now. All right, will Trump be successful to run into another country or will he be stopped? The last time I read on this with my friend Sharon, I got that he'll try to escape to Russia, but he will be stopped at the border. Ironic, right? So let's just see what happening now. Let's see what's happening now. Spirits and angels, tell me about this. Will Trump be successful in running to another country or will he be stopped? What do we need to know? Will Donnie be stopped at any border? It doesn't look like he's going to go. It doesn't look like he can go. What we have here, he's going to be very sick. He doesn't have the strength to leave. We have here, it looks like they're going to put a cap on him, like they're going to put a closed eye. So it looks like he might have a knee brace or something like that where he's going to be monitored where he goes. Again, we do have here, he won't be going to jail. He won't try to escape either, but he will be investigated. So it looks like something's going on here. Again, he's off the throne and he's not walking away. So something's going on here. We don't know what this really may particularly mean going forward, but we'll see. Okay, will Ivanka be elected into the Senate? Will she lose it to all two with her hubby, Jared Kush? So let's take a look. If you guys are wondering, she is on the Senate ballot in Florida. So she will be running for the Florida Senate race in Florida. Spirits and angels tell me, will Ivanka Trump win the Senate race in Florida? Will she win her Senate race in Florida? No. Because we have here, in the past, she would have. It was a good opportunity for her. However, it's time to pass the mantle to someone new. We have here her daddy, right? Doesn't have the amount of votes that he did in the red and blue map. We do have here as well. We do have, she's gonna go up against an incumbent, and they're gonna lose. She's gonna lose. I don't want it to be close. So it looks like, if someone who's running against her, she's just going to hand the Democrats another senator. All right, so Pompeo is seeking to position himself as the president's successor. So I wanted to take a look and see if he's running in 2024. Let's take a look. Mike Pompeo. Is Mike Pompeo going to position himself as the president's successor? Is he going to run in 2024? What do we need to know, Spirits and Angels? Tell me. Okay, you got that card? He's not even going to get on the ballot. No. We have here, he betrayed the country. We have here as well, he's not even going to have a fighting chance. Basically, he's not going to have a fighting chance. He's not going to be one of the top, how many people? The top 7 candidates. We have here again, he'll be down in the polls. It does look like there's going to be information that's going to be revealed about him that's going to prevent him or hurt his campaign. And then will Trump pardon more people? If so, how many? Will he be impeached for a 3rd time? They are talking about impeaching him for a 3rd time because it's suspicious that a guy would need to impeach this many people. All right, so Spirits and Angels, Tommy. How many people will Trump pardon in total from now until he leaves office? 7. Is there any more number? All right, so they told me 7 top official Republicans will be pardoned. Is there anything else that we need to know? All right, so we have here is a wild card. So there's going to be some wild people that he's going to be pardoning. We have here an 8. We have a 1. then we have a 3, then we have a 6, then we have a 9, and then we have a 6 again. So you might want to add all these numbers up, and that will be the total amount of people that he is going to be, so to speak, pardoning. All right, so Spears and Angels, tell me about this. If so, how many? Will it be impeached for a third time? Will Donnie be impeached for a third time? What do we need to know, Spears and Angels? Tell me. Interesting. So it does look like there's a potential chance. There's almost like another gift for him. We do have here that could be 4 times, so he can have a record of 4 impeachment total. And it looks like a funeral, so he could be. It could be in the future where he got no longer here and with us, that he will at least be known as the president with 4 impeachments. We do have here as well. We do have the Hanged Man. It will be enlightenment. We're going to have a lot of information that they have no choice but to impeach him more than once. We do have here again. We do have the Hierophant reverse, which is corruption within the government, the refusal to concede to the election. Then we have here as well, we do have the red and blue map, right? We do have here, he upset a lot of people, caused a lot of trauma, and this is going in the future. So whatever is happening in the future, people will not be upset, and there will be a lot more support for this type of move. So I will definitely say for sure, it does appear to me as if he will be impeached for potentially for at least 4 times total. So that's quite interesting to see how that will play out. But I do hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and the bell icon for more content such as this. Hope to see you guys again in the next video. I love you, and have a very, very beautiful night. Peace out, my babies.